Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show, and we have a new credit card that just hit the market. This is the long-awaited Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card. We believed, and it's finally here. And in this video, I want to take you through all of the benefits of the card. It is quite impressive. And of course, we have the Wells Fargo transfer partners, which have now finally been revealed. Okay, we've been waiting since like October for those transfer partners. But let's first see what Wells Fargo itself says about this new card. Autograph Journey is designed for frequent travelers and complements Wells Fargo's other consumer credit cards, offering customers real transparent value no matter what they're looking for in their card. And they go on to say that it's their best card ever. Right, that's the propaganda from their press release. Let's now do our own analysis of it. First, let's start with the points earning multipliers, which, to be honest, they are pretty good. You get 5 points per dollar on hotels, 4 points per dollar on airlines, 3 points per dollar on other travel, 3 points per dollar on dining, and 1 point per dollar on all other purchases, with no spending caps. It's actually pretty impressive. And for airlines and hotels, you don't need to be booking through the Wells Fargo travel portal. No, you can get those points multipliers when you book directly with the airline and hotel. Other cards like the Capital One Venture X or the Chase Sapphire Reserve, they do require you to be booking through their respective banks' portals, their travel portals, in order to get those higher multipliers on flights and hotels. The card then gives you an annual $50 credit for airfare purchases. And again, you can book directly with that, and that credit takes the annual fee down from $95 to $45, okay, effective annual fee minus the benefit amount. And then there are a load of travel protections apparently, which include trip cancellation insurance up to $15,000. I'm assuming that it's also going to have cell phone insurance since the regular autograph card does have that, and there are also no foreign transaction fees. Let's now look at the welcome bonus, and then we will get into talking about the transfer partners and when this card will be available. So the bonus on this card is going to be 60,000 points for spending $4,000 in 3 months. Now, that would previously be worth $600, okay, at 1 cent per point, but now Wells Fargo has added transfer partners, and most of those transfer partners transfer at a 1-to-1 ratio. In fact, there's only one that doesn't, and that's because it is a hotel chain where the points are worth less, so it actually transfers at a 1-to-2 ratio. So here are the transfer partners. We have Choice Privileges Hotels, Air France KLM, which is Flying Blue, that's like one program together, Avianca Life Miles, British Airways Executive Club, Aer Lingus Air Club, and Iberia Plus. Now, Choice Privileges is a hotel chain, and that's the one that is 1-to-2 transfer ratio, which is cool because Amex also has them as a transfer partner, and the transfer ratio is just 1-to-1. Then we have Air France KLM. That gives us an airline in the SkyTeam Alliance. So if we wanted to book any airline in that alliance, including Delta, for example, we could potentially do it through Air France KLM. Then we have Avianca, which gives us Star Alliance. So if you want to book any Star Alliance airline, for example, for us in the US, maybe United, you can in theory do it through Avianca, obviously depending on availability and how much they're charging for a United ticket. And then the last three are, in my opinion, really just one, since once you transfer your points to, say, British Airways, you could transfer them out to either of those two other airlines, Aer Lingus or Iberia. So it's all Avios, right? It's the same points currency, but okay, they list them as 3 transfer partners. And British Airways gives you One World Alliance. So you can, in theory, book any airline in One World Alliance through British Airways, including like Cathay Pacific and a load of other really good ones. And of course, you also get the ability to book American Airlines using British Airways Avios, because American Airlines is in One World Alliance as well, and you often get a better rate when you book American Airlines with British Airways Avios than with British Airways own miles. Another thing that we can point out as well is that you can actually transfer British Airways Avios over to Qatar Airlines too, so you're actually kind of getting Qatar Airlines as a transfer partner as well. It's just a 2-step process. Qatar Airways is also in One World Alliance anyway, so I'm not sure how useful this is going to be. You could just probably directly book Qatar Airways with British Airways, but there may be some sweet spots or better award availability or something if you're booking directly with Qatar's own points than booking them from another airline in One World Alliance. Of course, Qatar Airways has the famous Q suite with the single suites and also what they call the quad, where you can have a family of 4 or a group of 4 all sitting and dining together. It's pretty cool. Now, these transfer partners are launching on April 4th, okay, and they will be available on the regular autograph card as well. So there's 2 cards that can now transfer points out to airlines. And on top of that, you're going to be able to transfer rewards from the active cash card, which is an unlimited 2% card, over to the autograph or the autograph journey, where it's going to become points, and then you can transfer it out to transfer partners. So we really have the making of a Wells Fargo trifecta here. Now all they need is a 5% rotating category card as well. So when will you be able to apply for this new card? Well, it will be available in branch on March 9th, and it's going to be open to everyone as an online application on March 20th. And lastly, what do I think about it? Well, I think it's pretty cool. I always like to see more competition in the credit card space. I was actually surprised. Doctor of Credit's analysis of it was they were saying, yeah, it's good to get for the bonus, but after that, not very useful. Personally, I disagree with that. I think those points multipliers, 5x on hotels booked directly and 4x on flights booked directly. What other card has that? I mean, Amex has 5x on flights booked directly with airlines, but if you want 5x on hotels, it has to be through Amex Travel, okay? So this actually is pretty competitive. And then the other cards like the Chase Sapphire Reserve, Capital One Venture X, they give similar multipliers on airlines and hotels, but it has to be through those portals. And those 3 cards I all mentioned are higher tier cards. They're what I call tier 4 premium travel cards with annual fees ranging between $400 and $695, okay? That's significantly higher. This is a tier 3 card. It is a mid-level card with a $95 annual fee, yet you're still getting those really great points multipliers of 4x on flights and 5x on hotels, plus 3x on dining, which is pretty good as well. So it's a really good everyday card, and 3x on regular travel. So personally, I think it's very strong. Now, you might think, oh, there's only 6 transfer partners, or if you bundle those 3 together, right? British Airways, Iberia, and Aer Lingus, if those 3 are bundled together, that's just 1, so it takes you down to like 4 transfer partners, really, in my opinion. But they have been pretty strategic about it, putting 1 from each major alliance, okay? I think they obviously thought about that, okay? That's not by accident. And they did say in their press release that more transfer partners are going to be added throughout the year. So I do not think they're going to stop at these 6. I'm sure we're going to probably get up to like probably 10 transfer partners by the end of 2024. So it looks like they really are ramping up to compete with the big boys, and it's great to see. This card may be a good alternative for someone who already banks with Wells Fargo, instead of getting, popular card from Capital One or Chase or whatever. And it does, in my opinion, look like an enticing offer. Really great points multipliers, low annual fee, something that's, definitely tailored to inviting new card members in. Will it stay like this forever? I think the transfer partners will increase, but I think some things might change, like maybe that airline credit might disappear in the future because that's obviously costing them $50 per year per card member. Who knows? But yeah, it's definitely designed to be a competitive offering, and I think it does achieve that. If you compare it to other cards in this tier, like the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the Capital One Venture, not the Venture X, just the Venture, and the Citi Premier as well, it does actually really compete with them, and it's probably better than them in some regards. So guys, those are my thoughts about it. This is sort of first look and a little bit of analysis on this new card. Leave your thoughts below as well. I'd love to hear what you think. I wish I had an affiliate link that I could drive you guys to, but obviously for this card, we don't have that. If you do want to check out some of the cards that we recommend, you can check out my credit card guide below. I have a load of cards on there, and then you can click the little graphic at the bottom, which takes you to my recommended page on Bankrate, where I have even more cards. We do thank you very much if you use our links, because if you use our links for your applications, it does support our channel and it makes us be able to keep doing content like this on YouTube. So thank you very much if you do use our links. Please subscribe if you're new. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.